Have you ever wondered why some men instantly command respect the moment they enter a room? They aren't the loudest, they aren't the richest, and they aren't constantly trying to impress anyone. Yet people naturally pay attention to them. Women feel drawn to them. Others respect them. And strangely enough, they seem completely unaffected by the need for approval. Their secret isn't charisma, it isn't luck, and it certainly isn't appearance, it's calmness. In a world full of noise, emotional reactions, and constant validation seeking, a calm man stands out without even trying. Because true strength is not found in how loudly you speak. It's found in how well you control yourself when everyone else loses control. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Magnetic Masculinity channel. In today's video, we'll explore 5 powerful habits of calm men that make them naturally attractive, respected, and unforgettable. Stay until the end, because the 5th habit is often the one that transforms a man's entire presence, and most people never develop it. Now let's get started. Habit number 1, they pause before they react. One of the most powerful habits of calm men is something so simple that most people overlook it. They pause before responding, before arguing, before making decisions, before reacting emotionally. Most people live in reaction mode. Someone criticizes them and they immediately become defensive. Someone disrespects them and they instantly lash out. Something goes wrong and panic takes over. But calm men understand a truth that changes everything. Your first emotional impulse is not always your wisest response. That is why they create space between what happens and how they respond. Even a few seconds can make a difference. Because in that space, emotions lose their control. Logic returns, perspective returns, self-control returns. And people notice this. A man who remains composed under pressure appears strong. Not because he never feels emotion, but because emotion does not control him. In fact, one of the fastest ways to lose respect is to become emotionally reactive to everything. While one of the fastest ways to gain respect is to remain steady when others expect you to lose control. That is why calm men don't rush. They think, then they act. And over time, that habit builds something incredibly attractive, emotional stability. And emotional stability is far rarer and more powerful than most people realize. Habit number 2, they listen more than they speak. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, calm men develop a different habit. They learn how to listen. Most people listen only long enough to prepare their next response. They interrupt. They compete for attention. They wait for their turn to speak. But calm men approach conversations differently. They become curious. They pay attention. They observe not only words, but emotions, body language, and intentions. Why? Because listening is a form of confidence. A man who constantly needs to speak is often trying to prove something. A man who is comfortable listening has nothing to prove. And that difference changes how people experience him. People naturally feel respected around someone who genuinely listens. They feel understood, valued, heard. And those feelings create strong connections. There is another advantage to listening. You learn more. Every conversation becomes an opportunity to understand people better. While others are busy talking, calm men are gathering information, observing patterns, learning what motivates people, and this gives them a quiet advantage in life. The irony is that many men try to become more interesting by talking more. But often, the most interesting people are those who know how to listen, because listening creates depth, depth creates wisdom, and wisdom creates presence. That is why calm men rarely need to dominate conversations. Their presence speaks louder than their words ever could. Before we continue, I'd like to hear your opinion. Which habit do you think is harder to master? Staying calm under pressure or listening more than you speak? Comment, stay calm or listen more below. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to Magnetic Masculinity for more insights on confidence, self-respect, and masculine growth. Now let's continue, because the next habit is one that separates truly strong men from those who constantly need to prove themselves. Habit number 3, they don't need to win. Every argument. One of the clearest signs of a calm man is that he does not feel the need to win every disagreement. At first, this may sound strange. After all, aren't strong men supposed to stand their ground? Yes, but there is a difference between standing your ground and constantly fighting to prove you're right. Many men waste enormous amounts of energy trying to win arguments that don't truly matter. They debate every opinion, defend every criticism, challenge every disagreement. Not because the issue is important, but because their ego feels threatened. The calm man sees things differently. He understands that not every battle deserves his attention. Not every misunderstanding needs to be corrected. And not every opinion requires a response. Why? Because true confidence does not depend on being right all the time. It depends on knowing who you are, regardless of what others think. This is what makes calm men so attractive and respected. They are not easily pulled into emotional conflicts. They don't argue simply to protect their pride, and they don't feel the need to dominate every conversation. Instead, they choose their battles carefully. When something truly matters, they speak with conviction, but when it doesn't, they let it go. That ability is powerful because it shows emotional maturity. Think about the strongest people you've met. Were they constantly trying to prove themselves? Or were they comfortable allowing others to have different opinions? Most likely it was the second, because secure people don't need constant validation through victory. In fact, one of the greatest forms of confidence is being able to hear criticism without immediately becoming defensive, to hear disagreement without feeling attacked, to remain composed when others are trying to provoke a reaction. The calm man understands that losing control of his emotions is a far greater loss than losing an argument. That is why he values peace over pride, growth over ego, understanding over domination. And ironically, this often earns him more respect than winning ever could, because people quickly forget who won an argument, but they never forget the person who remained calm while everyone else lost control. That kind of self-mastery is rare, and rarity is attractive. The truth is, a man who needs to win every argument is often fighting for approval, but a man who can walk away from unnecessary conflict is demonstrating something far more powerful: inner strength, and that strength speaks louder than any victory ever could. Habit number 4, they don't seek constant validation. One of the most attractive qualities a calm man possesses is that he does not constantly seek approval from others. Most people spend a surprising amount of their lives chasing validation. Validation from friends, validation from social media, validation from relationships, validation from strangers. They want reassurance that they are successful enough, attractive enough, respected enough, or worthy enough. And while this desire is natural, it becomes dangerous when it controls your behavior. Because the moment your self-worth depends on external approval, your peace becomes fragile. A compliment can lift you up. A criticism can ruin your day. A rejection can make you question your value. The calm man refuses to live that way. He understands that confidence built on outside approval will always be unstable. Instead, he builds confidence through discipline, keeping promises to himself, working toward meaningful goals, living according to his values. And because his self-respect comes from within, he does not need constant reassurance from the outside world. This creates a powerful presence. People notice when a man is comfortable being himself, when he doesn't change his personality to fit the crowd, when he doesn't desperately seek attention, when he doesn't need everyone to agree with him. That kind of security is rare, and rarity creates attraction. The irony is that the less a man needs validation, the more respect he often receives, because people trust those who trust themselves. And a man who knows his worth without needing it, confirmed, becomes incredibly difficult to ignore. Habit number 5, they focus on their purpose, not people's opinions. This final habit may be the most important of all, because it is the foundation that supports every other habit. Calm men have something bigger than approval guiding their lives. They have a purpose, a mission, a direction. They are building something, improving something, working towards something meaningful. And because their attention is invested in their purpose, they spend far less time worrying about what everyone thinks of them. Most people become emotionally exhausted because they are constantly monitoring other people's opinions. They worry about criticism, they fear judgment, they overthink every interaction, and in doing so, they give away enormous amounts of mental energy. The calm man understands something different. No matter what you do, someone will disagree with you. Someone will misunderstand you. Someone will criticize you. So instead of trying to please everyone, he focuses on what truly matters: his growth, his character, his responsibilities, his future. This doesn't mean he ignores feedback. It means he doesn't allow every opinion to control his direction. And that mindset creates freedom. Because when a man stops living for approval, he gains the courage to live authentically. He takes risks. He pursues meaningful goals. He remains committed to his values even when others disagree. And over time, this creates something extraordinary: a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by praise or criticism. This is why purpose is so attractive. Not because it makes a man seem busy, but because it gives him direction. And direction creates certainty. The truth is, people are naturally drawn to those who know where they are going. And the calm man knows exactly that. He is not distracted by every opinion. He is not controlled by every emotion. He is moving forward. And that forward momentum makes him unforgettable. Because at the end of the day, the most attractive man is not the one who is focused on being attractive. He is the one who is focused on becoming the best version of himself. Conclusion. As we come to the end of this video, remember this: calmness is not weakness. It is not passivity, and it is not the absence of emotion. True calmness is the ability to remain in control of yourself when life gives you every reason not to. The men who command the most respect are rarely the loudest. They are the ones who think before reacting, listen before speaking, refuse to seek constant validation, and stay focused on their purpose regardless of what others think. The deeper lesson is simple: stop trying to control the world around you and start mastering the world within you. Starting today, practice one habit at a time. Pause before reacting. Listen more carefully. Let go of unnecessary arguments. Stop chasing approval. Focus on your mission. Small changes, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results over time. Because becoming a calm man is not about changing your personality, it's about strengthening your character. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below and tell us which of these 5 habits you plan to work on first. And if you want more insights on masculine confidence, emotional strength, self-respect, and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to Magnetic Masculinity and turn on notifications. Your support helps this channel continue creating meaningful content for men who want to become stronger, wiser, calmer, and more respected in every area of life. Thank you for watching, and remember, a calm man doesn't need to prove his strength. His self-control proves it for him. Thank you for taking the time to watch until the end of the video. See you in the next videos.